Welcome to Movie Time. Today, we're diving into the top 10 best action movies of 2025 so far. Get ready for non-stop thrills, intense moments, and heart-pounding action that will keep you glued to the screen from start to finish. If you enjoy these movie summaries, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share it with your movie-loving friends. Stay tuned until the very end and let us know your favorite film in the comments below. Number 10. Gladiator Underground.
Of chaos and order.
Gladiator Underground is an electrifying martial arts action that thrusts viewers into the shadowy world of illegal fighting tournaments. Set in a gritty, high-stakes environment, the film follows the story of two brothers Max and Wu who have been estranged for years. Despite their personal differences, circumstances draw them into a secretive underground competition where fighters from around the world clash in deadly bouts. The tournament is not just a test of physical prowess, it is a world where powerful crime lords manipulate outcomes for their own gain. Each fight is meticulously staged, with strict rules and unpredictable weapons, adding layers of danger and tension. The arena itself is a character in the film, harsh, intimidating, and alive with the cheers and wagers of those who view the fighters as mere entertainment. The brothers, initially strangers to this ruthless environment, must navigate the complexities of survival while staying true to their individual principles and strengths. Number 9. Primitive War.
People survive an hour, you'll let them die.
Primitive War is an action horror film set during the Vietnam War in 1968. It follows an elite U.S. military unit known as Vulture Squad, tasked with a covert mission deep within the uncharted jungles of Vietnam. Their objective is to locate and rescue a missing Green Beret team that vanished under mysterious circumstances during a classified operation. As Vulture Squad ventures deeper into the dense, hostile terrain, they uncover a terrifying secret hidden by the U.S. government. Instead of encountering enemy soldiers or guerrilla fighters, the unit comes face to face with an unimaginable threat: prehistoric creatures. Dinosaurs believed to have been extinct for millions of years now roam the jungle, ruthlessly hunting anything that enters their territory. Cut off from reinforcements and overwhelmed by the primal horror around them, the squad must rely on their training, instincts, and each other to survive. Number 8. Diablo. Diablo is a gritty action thriller that follows Chris Chaney, played by Scott Adkins, a hardened ex-convict who has spent years surviving behind bars. Upon his release, Chris sets out on a personal mission, fueled by a dying promise to a woman he once loved. That promise, to rescue her daughter from the clutches of one of Colombia's most dangerous criminal empires. To fulfill this, Chris kidnaps the young girl from the home of her father, a ruthless cartel boss, triggering a brutal manhunt across the Colombian underworld. With the girl in his care, Chris must now evade not only the cartel's enforcers, but also a deadly and psychotic killer named El Corvo, a relentless assassin hired to track them down and eliminate anyone in his path. As the chase intensifies, Chris and the girl form a fragile bond, revealing layers of emotional depth beneath his hardened exterior. At the same time, El Corvo emerges not just as a physical threat, but as a reflection of everything Chris once was, a killer with nothing left to lose. Number 7. KO. KO is a French-language action drama that follows the story of Bastien, a professional MMA fighter whose life takes a dark turn after a tragic incident in the ring. During what was meant to be his final fight before retirement, Bastien accidentally kills his opponent Enzo in a brutal knockout. The victory turns hollow, and the trauma from that moment forces Bastien to walk away from the sport he once loved. Overcome with guilt, he retreats from the spotlight and starts a quiet, reclusive life far from the MMA world. Years later, Bastien is living anonymously in Marseille, working a modest job and trying to keep his past buried. However, when Enzo's teenage son, Leo, suddenly disappears under suspicious circumstances, Bastien feels compelled to act. Racked with remorse and driven by a sense of responsibility, he steps out of the shadows to help find the boy he once orphaned. Teaming up with police captain Kenza, he dives into Marseille's criminal underworld to find Leo, confronting the violence and guilt he tried to leave behind. Number 6. Prisoner of War.
Actually, you just ran out of warriors.
Prisoner of War is a gritty World War II action thriller that follows James Wright, a skilled British Royal Air Force Wing commander, whose plane is shot down over the Philippines during the brutal Battle of Bataan. Surviving the crash, James is soon captured by Japanese forces and thrown into a notorious prisoner of war camp. But this is no ordinary prison. Run by a sadistic Japanese officer, Lieutenant Colonel Ito, the camp forces its prisoners into deadly hand-to-hand combat matches, purely for the entertainment of the Japanese guards. As the captured soldiers are treated like disposable fighters, James must rely on his wit, strength, and deadly martial arts training, honed years earlier in Hong Kong, to survive the arena and the daily cruelty. Inside the camp, he forms uneasy alliances with fellow prisoners from diverse backgrounds, each trying to stay alive in their own way. Among them are a defiant American soldier, a weary Filipino guerrilla, and a Japanese-born medic with conflicted loyalties. With every brutal match, James grows closer to uncovering a possible escape route. Number 5. The Running Man. The Running Man is a high-octane dystopian action thriller set in a bleak, authoritarian future where America is controlled by a totalitarian regime. In this world, the most popular form of entertainment is a brutal reality show called The Running Man. Desperate citizens watch as selected contestants are hunted down by professional killers on live television. It's a propaganda tool used by the state to control the masses and distract them from widespread poverty and oppression. The story follows Ben Richards, a former police officer who becomes a fugitive after refusing to fire on unarmed civilians during a food riot. Branded a traitor and framed for mass murder, he is captured and offered a chance at survival, participate in the Running Man, and win his freedom. Ben agrees, not for himself, but to secure life-saving medical care for his terminally ill daughter. Richards is thrust into the deadly game where he must survive for 30 days while being hunted across the country by a group of violent and sadistic assassins. Number 4. The Old Woman with the Knife. It is a Korean action thriller that follows Hornclaw is a 65-year-old contract killer who has spent decades operating in the shadows, eliminating targets without remorse. Once one of the most feared assassins in South Korea, she now finds herself worn down by age, loneliness, and physical decline. She leads a solitary life with only her aging rescue dog as a companion. While her agency still assigns her jobs, her diminishing strength and deteriorating health make her question whether she belongs in this deadly profession anymore. When a young and ambitious assassin named Bullfight enters the scene, everything begins to change. Bullfight, arrogant and reckless, views Hornclaw as obsolete and unworthy of respect. Tension grows between the two when Bullfight starts interfering with her missions, pushing her closer to the edge. As Hornclaw faces betrayal from within her agency and a brutal showdown with Bullfight, she must confront the life she's built and the people she's hurt or lost along the way. Number 3. Ghost Killer. Ghost Killer is a Japanese supernatural action thriller that follows the story of Fumika, a college student whose life takes a dark turn after a violent encounter. During an unexpected shootout, Fumika unintentionally becomes the host of Hideo Kudo's vengeful spirit, a skilled hitman who was recently killed. The bullet that ended Kudo's life also mysteriously attaches his restless spirit to Fumika, merging their souls in a way neither fully understands. As Kudo's spirit inhabits her body, Fumika gains access to his lethal combat skills and unwavering determination. Though initially shocked and confused by the possession, she soon realizes that Kudo's spirit shares a burning desire for revenge against those who orchestrated his murder. Together they form a reluctant but powerful alliance. Fumika's innocent life and Kudo's cold, methodical mind collide, blurring the lines between their identities. Number 2. Heads of State. Heads of State is an action comedy that follows the unlikely partnership between U.S. President Will Derringer, a brash former action movie star, and UK Prime Minister Sam Clarke. Despite their public rivalry, which puts a strain on their nation's alliance, the two men are forced to cooperate when a ruthless foreign adversary targets them both. The plot begins with the political tension between the two leaders whose contrasting personalities and leadership styles make their relationship rocky. However, things take a dramatic turn when an international conspiracy puts them in grave danger. As both leaders become the prime targets of a global threat, they realize they must set aside their differences and work together to stop a scheme that could destabilize the world. Alongside Noel Bissay, a sharp MI6 agent played by Priyanka Chopra Jonas, they embark on a high-stakes mission that takes them on a thrilling multinational adventure. Number 1. The Accountant 2. The Accountant 2 is a sequel to the 2016 action thriller The Accountant, with Ben Affleck reprising his role as Christian Wolff, an autistic forensic accountant entangled in dangerous conspiracies. His quiet life is upended when Ray King, the former Treasury director who once helped him evade capture, is found murdered under suspicious circumstances. Sensing something larger at play, Christian is drawn back into a dangerous world of covert operations and deadly secrets, reluctantly teaming up with his estranged brother Braxton, played by John Bernthal, a brutal enforcer with a morally gray code. Christian begins to unravel a vast conspiracy involving a mysterious network of elite assassins. Their investigation leads them to a young woman named Annius, a skilled hacker with ties to the shadowy group. Together, they uncover evidence linking a powerful corporate syndicate to a series of assassinations, all covered up by a rogue intelligence faction within the government. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end of this video. If you enjoyed what you watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our future content. Feel free to leave a comment down below, share your thoughts, or suggest topics you'd like to see in upcoming videos.